Well, damn. I know, right?
I think you'd maybe learn after 216
No.
episodes. Well, at least it wasn't a pouring issue this time.
Yeah.
He seems to be where it usually comes from. Inspired by the adventures of our nurses, therapists, and techs, A Beer with Atlas is the only healthcare traveling, craft beer drinking podcast. Each week, we'll open a few beers, talk about the brewery and the style of beer, and then dive into some research curated specifically for each episode. In the end, we hope each one sounds like a conversation you'd have with your friends while enjoying a few cold ones.
Ooh, ha, ha.
Ooh, ha, ha, ha.
You okay? You all right?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you sure? Push a button.
It's pushed.
Doesn't say error.
No, it didn't say error.
It's pushed.
Welcome to another episode of A Beer with Atlas. I'm Rich.
I'm all juiced up on sugar, but I'm Brian.
I'm Dolan.
Why would that be, Brian?
You know, there's some Halloween candy about.
Leftover Halloween candy from your kids'
Is
bag?
it leftover if you steal it right away?
I was
don't
going to say,
think
are
so.
you guys the dads that steal the candy?
Yes.
I don't steal it. I tell them I'm taking it.
What's that called? It's like a tax.
The
It's
dad
like
tax.
Yeah.
My
So-
kid knows what I like and don't like. Let's put it that way.
Mine does too.
And he'll just deliver it. If I ask him.
We have to wrestle over some of the gummy candies because I like
Oh,
those.
you're a gummy guy?
Yeah, I like those. But yeah, the Almond Joys, favorite. That's my favorite.
boy.
See, that was the thing. Like, my dad was always into the candy bars that I wasn't into, so it worked out. Like, he liked the Paydays and the Almond Joys.
Oh, those are good. Those are fantastic.
Did he really like those, or was he just like, I'll just take these because Dolan doesn't like them?
No, he really likes
normally
them.
choose those on his own.
There's
Yep.
actually a school of thought out there that the dads like those because it's all that's left.
I know, that's what I'm wondering.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like that, they know that's what they're getting, so they're like, well, I guess this is better than Skittles.
Yeah. So,
I hate Skittles.
I
They
love
just stick to your teeth.
I
and
love
they're just
disgusting.
Skittles.
Yeah.
I love Skittles.
Not a big fan.
Along those same lines, we have one last Halloween beer
Ish.
ish.
Yeah.
Kind of
We're
from
kind of sneaking it in.
Brewery Ommegang. We've
Yeah.
done some of their beers before.
Yeah.
Long time ago.
Game
long.
of Thrones beer,
Yeah,
I think
long
was the first
time
one
ago.
we did.
Yeah.
All Hallows Treat Imperial Chocolate Peanut Butter Stout.
I mean,
Wow.
we all know what that means.
Yep.
They just can't say it.
Yes.
They don't have, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
It's a peanut butter cup.
Yeah.
Yep.
The most popular one. There are others
Yum.
out there.
Did you see they have the peanut butter lovers ones out where it's
No.
peanut butter on the outside, chocolate in the middle?
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's new. I did a little research. I did not know about this
Yeah.
thing.
Interesting. So, Brewery Ommegang is located at 656 County Highway 33 in Cooperstown, New York.
What else is in Cooperstown?
A little thing called the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I knew that.
Closed Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, noon to 5, Sunday, 10:15 to 4. It's a weird,
10:15. There must have been like a law or something. Like
maybe.
nothing before 10:14 on a Sunday.
10:15
Okay.
then. Yes.
That seems strange for a brewery that we get beers from. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That distributes way across the United States, and they're only open 4 days a week.
Distributed in 43 states and international.
International.
Yeah. Yeah, because, we'll get into that a little bit.
Okay.
They're not an American brewery by any means.
Oh.
No.
Ooh, I did not know
at all.
that.
We may have talked about that last time, too, maybe.
That was a few beers ago. Guess what? It's their 25th anniversary this year.
Oh, wow.
They
Okay.
have a 25th anniversary ale coming out. I only wrote this down because it was a style I'd never seen before. Imperial Amber Ale.
What?
Oh.
Usually it's,
How-
a stout or whatever.
I think I could
Imperial
get down with that.
An
How-
Imperial Amber Ale.
So what's the ABV? Like,
9.
yeah, okay.
Orange peel, grains of paradise, and coriander. So almost like an amber with a wheat
That's
flavor profile mixed together, which is probably pretty good. So kind of malty and
almost the same build as like like Sam Adams Boston Lager, kind of,
I mean, I didn't say that.
maybe.
But
East Coast. But
9% too, which is nice.
yeah.
This beer comes from their OMG series. OMG. They have a ton of beers, right? They're
A ton.
everywhere all the
Yeah.
time. So I just wrote down some of the other beers from this series because I was like, okay, this is like their more seasonal, limited edition stuff. I like that. Let's get into those. First one they ever did was called Neon Rainbows.
Okay.
And I bought it last summer. And it was pretty tasty.
Okay.
A 4-pack. And that was the first one. And they've done a lot since then. When I was writing these down.
What was Neon Rainbow?
It was a hazy IPA.
Okay.
Then the next one they did was called Dream Patch. And that was a fruited sour with cherry, blueberry, and raspberry.
Like berry patch kind of thing. Okay.
And they co-brewed that with Leafmans from Belgium. You ever seen those
Yeah.
big bottles with like the foil color on the top
Yes.
that are pretty sour-ish? That's the brewery in Belgium that makes those. It was like my wife's introduction to sour beers. So they did like a collab on that one.
Okay.
Then they made the next one, All Hallows Treat. That's what we've got now.
That's what we got.
With Saaz hops, S-A-A-Z. That's one you don't see often. Dark chocolate added to the old mix here. Creamy peanut butter. Not that chunky stuff.
No.
Not for this.
It'd be hard to brew with, probably.
And a little bit of vanilla. A little vanilla.
Okay.
And here's some of the other beers they had. Neon Lights. That's their hazy session IPA, which is kind of a new style that's around. Neon Boodles. I like that word.
Boodles.
Tropical Raspberry Hazy IPA.
Oh, I would drink that all day.
Neon Giants. This just says astronomically hazy IPA. Yeah, can't see anything through it.
Yep.
Neon Rainbows. Yes, I said it twice. because
Neon rainbows.
It's a double. A hazy double IPA.
Neon.
Keep it crunchy.
Oh.
Oatmeal Stout.
Okay.
I don't want my oatmeal to be crunchy.
I don't either. So I don't know about that.
Okay.
Why would it be crunchy? Is it because it's on the side of the bowl in your microwave?
Maybe it's a cookie.
Oh.
Oatmeal cookie.
See, Dolan.
See, you and me are like, we're older and we're like, we
Like
need a mushy
actual oatmeal?
He's like, cookies.
Yeah.
Hop State, New York. A take on Upstate, because that's where they're at.
Upstate, yeah.
It's a dry hopped IPA with New York hops.
New York has their own hops.
Well, sure, everybody's got hops. So they're
Okay.
just probably a different style.
All right.
This one was a beer we should have had in the summer if we could have had it. I've never seen it. It's called Sleeveless Tea, but it's TEA. It's a summer lager. It's tea and lemon.
Get out of here.
Yeah, that sounds good, right?
That sounds
5.5%.
great.
Neon Pools, Juicy Hazy IPA. That was the last one of the series. So this one is in that OMG series.
God, do we have any friends in upstate New York that could maybe find us that tea one? That sounds-
Probably. I
Or
don't know if
just
it's
wait till
around
next
anymore.
year, maybe.
This
There's
smells
actually,
amazing, by the way.
Actually, I might make a call.
Oh.
Yeah. There is a nurse coming down here. Sam Secord's nurse is coming down.
What's
from,
the name of the nurse? Do we know yet?
Don't know yet.
Oh, it's a secret.
Don't know yet.
I like your secrets.
But yeah, she's coming down to Omaha to visit Sam. So
Nice.
I'll make a call.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Okay.
That'd
See
be
what we can do.
great.
The problem is we're way past the sleeveless tea season.
That's okay.
It's
though.
cold in
That's
New
all
York
right.
probably by now.
Yeah.
But we'll see. You know,
don't
scrounge
drink-
around on the bottom of the shelf. Maybe you'll find one.
You don't drink tea in the.
Well, not sleeveless.
Different. Yeah.
You know.
So my first introduction to Brewery Ommegang was a number of years ago. Our friend and recently deceased Jason Bloom was felt very strongly about raising money for one certain charity.
Okay.
And so Steve and I went with our wives to. He was the MC at one of these events for cystic fibrosis was the disease. A friend of his kid had cystic fibrosis, and so if you knew Jason at all, you knew he was very good on a microphone.
Yeah, that rings true.
Yeah. Very, very good. So he emceed this fundraiser for cystic fibrosis, and it was a big. Steve and I felt very uncomfortable because there were a lot, like the mayor was there, and
bigwigs.
yeah, lots of important people, and we're not important at all, but we were there because Jason was there, or whatever. Brewery Ommegang was the brewery, and they went through every so there was a meal with it too. It was a dinner, and so then every different course you got a different Ommegang beer.
Oh, that's cool.
With it. Well, my wife and his wife don't drink beer, so then we ended up drinking theirs too, and we drank a lot.
Nice.
And
hey, it's for charity.
It was for charity. So then this was 2019. It's 2019. And it was a fall because I remember I was wearing my red jacket. And we drank so much that one of the auctions that they had was a trip to Cooperstown, New York, to go to the Baseball Hall of Fame, and then a tour of the brewery.
Cool, I'm down.
And your hotel and miles on American Airlines to get you up there. Okay. So pretty much all inclusive. You just had to you get up there or whatever. So we started bidding on this thing. And if you know.
And Steve?
Me and Steve both.
Okay.
Yeah. And eventually, I stopped putting my hand up. Steve doesn't have an off switch sometimes. And
Plus,
so
it's kind of home, right?
It is
New
home
York,
to him. Yeah. He grew up right now. He used to play at Doubleday Field. Like he would play Pee-wee ball at Doubleday Field there at Cooperstown. And he wanted to go back and show us where he grew up and and that type of thing. So yeah, we bid on that until we won it, and then COVID hit. Guess what we've never done?
Do you still have it?
We still have it.
My gosh. Is it still good?
It's still good, yeah. They said they'd still honor it.
Dang.
So even after all this time.
What are we doing here? You guys should be there right now.
Well, we should. It looks like a 2023 trip for us. I think we're going to do that probably right around spring training time.
Thanks, Ommegang.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so there you go. So that was my first
legit.
First introduction to them, and they had a representative from the brewery there, and that guy was awesome.
How did they? That's a different story. You probably even know the answer to. How the heck did they get tied up with this?
I have no idea.
That's a long ways from here.
Yeah, it is.
Cool.
I have no idea.
Wow,
that's really cool.
Yeah. The wives were pretty mad at us at the end of that night.
Yeah, but you won. They're probably not mad now.
It was for charity.
Yeah,
and they got to go on a trip with us too. Eventually,
yeah.
Obviously, they
don't have to if they're still mad. You can find somebody else like me and Dolan.
Yeah, well, there you go.
They also make ciders at this place.
Oh.
They have 3.
Okay.
Chai. A chai cider. Okay, maybe. Piqued my interest. Caramel. Not caramel, but caramel.
Ooh.
Well, it's fancy.
And then they had a straight up dry.
I love a good dry cider.
I do too.
Yeah.
Then they also have maybe where you'd stay. I don't know. They own a bed and breakfast.
That's where you would stay.
In the Cooperstown. You could book it.
Yep.
And it looked pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I was like, that would be a hell of a fun time. I guess you're going to have that hell of a fun time. Didn't know that. They have a lot of bands there. It's one of those breweries that likes music. Did you write this down?
Actually comes up in the TripAdvisor.
Okay. So I was checking out, peeping the merch as I do. And they had a pretty sweet tie-dye shirt. And it was like a tour shirt, like for a band, except it was the bands that were coming to this place.
Oh, nice.
So I wrote down the list of the bands.
Okay.
And I have a game for you. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 6 bands.
Okay.
How many of these bands have I seen?
Oh.
Okay.
How many of these bands has Brian seen?
You don't have to guess how many times because the numbers would be high. But the first one was the Ava Brothers.
You've seen these guys 30 times.
Yep.
Yes. Okay. The National.
Oh. I'm going to say yes, you have seen them.
I have seen them one time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bleachers. You know
No.
about Bleachers?
I know about Bleachers.
Yeah. I'm going to say
Haven't
no,
seen them.
you have not.
You're right.
Okay.
I haven't seen them, but I like what he's doing.
Okay.
Wilco.
You've seen them.
Absolutely.
10 times. Lord Huron. You know about Lord Huron?
No.
They're kind of like alt country isn't even close, but they have that vibe. They have a couple good songs with Phoebe Bridgers, so it's that sort of stuff.
Okay.
You've seen them?
No, I haven't.
No. Okay.
War on Drugs.
You have seen them. We've talked
I'm gonna
about
say
them.
you've seen them. Yeah.
I've never seen them.
What?
No, I'd love to.
We've talked about them multiple times.
I like 'em.
So you're 50% there.
Yep.
Okay.
Nice.
50%. But I was like, ooh, I'd buy that shirt. I didn't. But it's still out there. I could.
Oh, okay.
Just leaving it there. They also do golf tournaments at this place.
Yep. I heard there's a golf course that is beautiful.
It looked pretty sweet.
Yes.
And it's like real close.
Yep.
They do Sunday brunch there with also bingo. Mm-hmm. So you can go there and eat and drink and play bingo.
Oh,
if
my
you're into
wife
that.
loves bingo. That's
So,
a selling point.
There you go.
Yes.
Sunday. And they did probably right now or maybe right before this pops out, they do something called Shocktober Film Fest.
Okay.
Oh, that'd be fun.
2 locally made horror movies are being premiered at this place.
Interesting.
They're called, this is a word that's hard for me to say, Ouija?
Like
Ouija
the-
Witch.
like
yeah,
the
like the
board?
board.
Yeah,
So
okay.
Ouija Witch is the first name of the movie. And the second one is called A Nightmare Wakes.
A Nightmare Wakes.
Yeah. Those are the 2 movies that they're screening this year that were made in that upper New York area.
Interesting.
So that's kind of the vibe that these guys are putting out. So some of the upper class music tastes of these folks.
So, oh my gosh, that makes me laugh so much. When we get to the TripAdvisor, you'll understand. I picked this one out specifically because they mentioned a band.
Oh, okay.
And the dude was pissed that band was there.
Oh.
And it...
As if.
Anyway, we'll get to that. Let's talk about the history of Ommegang.
All right, let's do it.
You know what Ommegang means?
Let's drink in Belgium.
Close. Close.
Okay.
It's what happens after you do that. Then you drink.
Take a nap.
Born in 1549, Holy Roman 1549.
Okay.
Holy Roman Emperor King Charles V visited medieval Brussels.
I've been there, Brussels.
You've been to Brussels?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay, and that's in Belgium, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I didn't want to sound dumb. To welcome the king, merchants, vendors, cooks, brewers, musicians, theater troupes, dancers, and more lined up around the city walls to join in celebration as his entourage passed by. That parade became known as the Ommegang, a word that variously means coming together or walking about. The Brussels Ommegang Festival continues to this day. Oh. So walking about, coming together, gathering, that's what Ommegang means.
Nice, I like that. That's what you do with beer.
Yeah, exactly.
Makes sense.
Seems to see, and then that's what I meant. Like, that's what you do afterwards. You have an event, then you go drink somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So Ommegang came from Belgian brewers Duvel, Mortgat. Mm-hmm. We've talked about them before, right? Affligem, Affligem, Affligem.
Sure.
And Scaldis, Scaldis, Scaldis.
Yep.
So they all joined forces.
The first and the third one we can get here, and I've drank before. I don't know about the second one.
Affligem, Scaldis. I don't think I've had a...
Yeah.
No.
If you go to, like, Beertopia, you can get those bottles there.
In the fancy bottle section?
Yeah.
I try to stay away from those.
They're good.
Are they?
I mean,
They're expensive.
600-year-old beers, man. They got to be good.
Yeah, true.
I mean, not the bottle, but the recipe.
So they joined forces with with importer entrepreneur Don Feinberg and Wendy Littlefield to build the authentic Belgian-style farmstead brewery up in Cooperstown, New York. They locate this cultural transplant to a 140-year-old hop farm in the Susquehanna River Valley.
Good job, Susquehanna. Yeah.
I've heard Steve say this a few times.
Yeah, I figured.
Susquehanna. It's part of upstate New York, known as the Nova Belgium. So
New Belgium?
Similar to Belgium kind of place, maybe?
Interesting.
There you go. And I already mentioned it, but distributed in 43 states and internationally. More specific, 136 acres, I guess. They rounded up or whatever. So the brewery offers a well-stocked brewery store, an annual calendar of public events, a 100-seat cafe. They also offer a menu featuring Belgian-inspired delights and locally grown ingredients. I wonder if there's they're on the same longitude, right? Longitude runs. Is that right?
Long ways.
Latitude is
long,
like
so
fatitude.
Same latitude.
That's how I remember it. Yeah.
So it's on the same latitude, maybe, as Brussels or Belgium. So it's
Interesting.
very similar climate, maybe. I don't
could
know.
be.
So
I'm never going to forget that now.
Yeah.
Latitude.
Yeah.
latitude, latitude.
Longitude is how tall are you?
Yeah.
So up and down.
Latitude's like the equator would be latitude.
Belt.
Yeah.
I see. All right.
So known as baseball's birthplace, but home to so much more, Cooperstown is a place where legends roam the hallowed halls.
Yeah.
Which is true. I mean, you can go up there at any time, and there's generally some baseball legend there.
I want to go. I've never been. Have
I
you?
want to go so bad. No, I've never been. Never, ever, ever.
Till next year.
Yeah,
The
till next
historic
year.
village of Cooperstown boasts a vibrant art scene, excellent local food and beverage options, luxury accommodations, and of course more baseball than you can shake a bat at. If you want more information, go to thisiscooperstown.com. It's a pretty cool website. It's actually it is full of baseball.
I mean, the museum, what I've seen online, looks amazing. And I don't. Okay, here's something. This is like my guilty pleasure. Is watching the inductions every summer. I'll cry like a baby.
Oh.
They're thanking like everybody they ever met. Oh, my second grade teacher taught me what.
Yep.
I'm just like, oh.
My wife thinks I'm such an idiot. I like to listen on the radio.
Oh, you have to. Yeah.
I listen on MLB Network Radio when they do the introductions of the Hall of Famers that are there in person.
Yeah.
So they'll be like, okay, this Hall of Famer has so many hits and blah, blah, blah.
You try to guess who it is.
I try to guess who it is before. Yeah.
And there's always that one guy that's asleep.
Oh, yeah.
There's an old timer. He's like,
old Fergie Jenkins falls asleep or whatever. And yeah.
You got to stand up. The new guy's getting enshrined.
Okay, let me ask you this. Because this just came up.
Okay.
And it seems like I don't even like a horrible double standard. Okay, so where the Reds play baseball, Cincinnati Reds play baseball now, has become, it's going to be open 24, it's going to be open 12 months a year, and you can go there and bet on baseball. You can bet on sports. So it's going to be
in the stadium?
In the stadium.
Okay.
The stadium is going to have an office that's open 12 months a year,
all right,
where you can go and bet on sports, including baseball. So on game day, you can go to that sports book there at the ballpark and bet on baseball.
Is it called Pete Rose's locker room?
That's my question is, can they in good conscience, can MLB in good conscience say this is okay, but Pete is not? Because Pete's the hit king. You may everything else about him aside, right?
Yeah.
Everything else about him aside, he was great on the field.
Yeah.
He's one of the purest hitters of all time.
Of course.
He should be a Hall of Famer.
He is a Hall of Famer for us, for fans.
So if they're allowing betting at a ballpark, and other ballparks allow this too, right?
Okay.
But this is Cincinnati. This is where he did it.
Yeah.
I got a real problem with this.
I don't like it. They should. Here in the perfect world, they open that and they bring him back into baseball the same day.
Sure.
And they let him make a bet. What a great PR move that would be. I'll put $10 on the Reds finishing last in the Central.
Yep.
And you probably won your money.
You probably would win your money.
Yeah. Yep. But yeah, what a great player.
Pete Rose.
Charlie Hustle.
Yeah. He will do anything for $75.
That is no doubt. Where did his money go?
I don't know. I have no idea. Did he really make that much back in the day, though?
They didn't make a lot of money.
He did. He had a gambling problem.
Well, or a solution. I don't know. He liked whatever.
There you go. So there's my pitch. If anybody from the Baseball Hall of Fame or MLB is listening, and I know you're not,
Rob, if you're listening, Commissioner, bring him in.
You're gambling at the ballpark. I get it. He should be in the Hall of Fame.
Hey, I love sports gambling. It's the only gambling I like.
I do too. Yeah,
I'm not very good at it, but it's fun.
I'm terrible at it.
I can't wait for it to be here.
Now, if you ask me, I say Ichiro is the hit king. He's the all-time leader in hits.
Sure.
If you count Japanese stats and American stats, he blows away Pete Rose.
Oh yeah.
But Pete Rose is the MLB hit king.
You know what?
He should be in the Hall of Fame.
Crazy about Ichiro? He looks like he could go hit right now.
He could go hit right now.
Yeah.
He just threw out the first pitch at a game not too long ago.
He hasn't aged.
No. God, he's awesome. He was awesome.
Oh my God. All right. You want to talk about aging?
Yes, let's do that.
This is the history
Of
the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup.
Ooh,
We're going
like
back.
This is a good peanut butter stout, by the way.
It is very good.
Really good.
so good.
It's not so sweet because
No.
sometimes you get those are like diabetes in a can.
Nope, this is
This
good.
has got that roasted-y peanut and the peanut. That's just
Yep.
which will come up in my little research here.
okay.
Okay, so it was created November 15th, 1928 by H.B. Reese. Now, I remember his name. I wrote it down. I didn't write it down, but I read it. And it was like Henry Bob. And I was like, nah, I like H.B.
HB.
Kind of reminds me of the Cubs on the sign. There's that candy guy.
Wrigley?
Not Wrigley. Well, there's another one. Maybe it's in Boston. I don't know. There's another one that's like something dot whatever.
WB.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was
So-
that?
something like
That's
that.
Fenway. That's at Fenway.
Okay, so it's like that. So that's what I'm going to go with, HB. So he was a candy maker, and he had two, I guess, bankrupt businesses before this, candy things. He just couldn't get anything to hit. He was making stuff, and never did anything for him.
Okay.
So at one point, he says, you know what? I'm just going to go work for this guy Hershey.
Oh.
He knows what he's doing.
He's going to sell out.
So he goes and works there. He learns what he can,
Okay.
right? And he kind of moves up in the ranks and becomes friends with the guy that runs the place.
Okay.
And he finds out, which was crazy to me, that this is a real thing. In the 1920s, Hershey, the guy, the owner, was making $75 a minute.
What?
A minute.
In the 20s?
Yes. Selling
Holy
candy.
smokes.
Selling chocolate, whatever.
When you think, okay, you could buy the chocolate for like a nickel, probably.
Probably
Or
even cheaper, like a penny, probably.
Yeah.
But that's how much it was, like all across the world, right?
Holy smokes.
So he learns everything he can from this guy.
Okay.
And it sounds like, from what I was reading, he would come and go from Hershey's. The guy always let him come back to his job. They'd be like, you know what? I'm going to go start my own place. And then like 2 years later, he's like, it didn't work. And Hershey's like, all right, come on.
Come on back.
You can run the conveyor belt, whatever.
Wow.
So he let him come back a couple times. The third time, it finally kicks in.
Okay.
Because he comes up with this thing. He has 16 children.
No.
Yeah, one wife, eight boys, 8 girls. Wow. Perfect split right down the middle.
Wow.
So guess what? He's feeling the pressure.
Well, oh, yeah.
He's like, I got a lot of kids.
Yeah.
It's the 20s. It's like the Depression. I got to feed them.
I got so much commentary
can't
on
just
this.
eat candy.
I just can't. I got to keep it to myself.
Yeah, so like wrap it up like a
Wow.
like a peanut butter cup.
Jeez. Holy.
He's not doing that.
16 kids.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sleep in a separate room sometimes.
Well, they only had 2. I don't know. That's a guess. So he's talking to like a customer of his, like a commercial customer. So like somebody would be like, I want to order X, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And the guy's like, man, I just cannot keep anything that is chocolate and peanut butter on the shelf. It sells out. And he's like, let me see what I can do. And he comes up with the peanut butter cup.
Oh.
He buys this peanut roaster, uses Hershey's chocolate, which is why you'll see them, at now, Halloween time, in the Hershey's bag, you'll see them all together. So always, right at the beginning, he's tied in with Hershey's chocolate because he's got that backing of the guy.
Yep.
And he makes it, and it tastes great.
He made arguably one of the most perfect candies of all time.
Well, guess what? The roaster, the peanut roaster, it was broken. And it did something that was specific and special. And he was like, God, this is great. And they fixed the roaster, and he was like, God, this sucks.
Oh, wow.
I don't like this at all.
So he went and broke it
So he had to
again?
go figure out how to revert it back to the way it was when he first made it. And that's how they do it still to this day.
No kidding.
So he's like, yeah, it was broken. They fixed it. Don't fix it if it's not broken. Well, it was opposite, and they re-broke it.
Okay.
And so that's why it tastes the way it does.
Wow.
It gets huge. It gets popular.
Yeah.
He can't keep them on the shelves. The guy was right. I was like, we can't do it. He's selling them all over the place, and it's a hit everywhere it goes. Then, in 1963, so like almost 40 years later, this guy dies, and his sons take over. And they're like, well, because, that's how it was.
Right.
Like, well, why don't we just sell this to Hershey's? That'd be a good idea.
Sure.
So they do that. But it's kind of its own entity underneath Hershey's, the umbrella. So it's still kind of Reese's company.
Okay.
But it's being run underneath Hershey's company umbrella, right?
Yep.
And that's kind of how it's been ever since. I wrote this down 2012. There was $2.6 billion in sales of Reese's peanut butter cups.
Buh.
With a B.
Yeesh.
2017. This blew me away. I was like, this cannot be real.
2017. 5
Most
years ago.
popular item sold in convenience stores across the world is the peanut butter cup.
Wow.
And it's 62% more market share than the next closest candy in the convenience store.
What's the next closest one?
I don't know, but I'm guessing like M&M's maybe?
Yeah.
It's got to be Skittles.
Something?
Or like Sweet Tarts.
Something on
maybe.
the opposite end? I don't know.
Gummy peachy rings. Gummy peachies.
peach-
No.
those things.
I sold a lot of Skittles and a lot of Reese's when I worked at the gas station.
Yeah, a lot of
A
stoners.
lot.
A lot of
You did.
stoners came through.
Market
probably.
research
Yeah.
there. 47% of all seasonal sales in convenience stores. 47.
47.
So we're talking like
almost half.
an egg or a Christmas tree or whatever.
Jeez.
Reese's peanut butter cups.
Jeez.
Kaboom. So here's some of the varieties, and we talked about it earlier. You saw a new one with the peanut butter on the outside,
on the outside
and the chocolate on the
in
inside.
the middle. Yeah.
Here's some of the other things they had. They had a white chocolate version.
Yeah. Oh, so good. Have you ever
Dark
had
chocolate version. I
Dark
don't
chocolate.
think so.
Oh my
The white
god.
chocolate
Oh, I
one? Oh.
love dark chocolate.
That one's good too, yeah.
Yeah.
They had the big cups.
Oh, big cups.
Those were great, right?
Yes.
They had Reese's Thins.
Yep.
Get out of here with that shit.
Yeah,
Give me
no.
the thick one.
Yeah, no.
I guess they're going big and small. I don't know.
If you really don't need the extra
Then don't eat
4
it.
calories,
Don't eat it.
just don't eat
I
it.
like the thins because they come in a bag, and you can eat a lot of them.
Well, you can buy a bag of regular ones and eat a lot of them
defeats the
too.
purpose of the thin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Christmas trees.
I don't care. I will fight you. It tastes better in tree form. Not that the cups taste good.
Yeah.
The trees taste better.
You know why I'm a fan of? The egg.
I like
Yeah.
the Reese's egg.
The
Yeah.
egg. I'm a
think it's-
hoarder of those at Easter time, especially the mini ones.
Yeah.
Because you can, 5 or 6 of those. That's fine.
Is it possible that the peanut butter to chocolate ratio is different, and that's why it might taste
highly-
different?
to be.
Do you
I
think
think
it
it
is?
is.
I
Maybe.
bet it's got to be the same.
Well, maybe.
Really?
It just
maybe.
maybe to our eye it's different. I
I
don't know
feel
because
like
I
that-
can't believe they'd be changing anything
Yeah.
for these. It would
True.
take too much work.
But the eggs, I feel like there's more peanut butter in the eggs.
What about the pumpkin? You see
Oh,
those?
Yeah.
Those would be out right now.
Yep.
There's Reese's flavor ice creams.
Yes.
Yum.
There is
Reese's Blizzard. Dairy
Oh,
Queen.
I love a Reese's Blizzard.
There's
yeah.
Reese's flavored peanut butter. Like you can buy
Oh.
Reese's peanut butter
Really?
in the store.
Interesting.
And they
I
also have, the peanut butter puff cereal, which
Yeah.
is my
Reese's Puffs.
Reese's Puffs.
niece Briley's favorite cereal of all time. They also have cereal bars. I had some on the Disney trip I
Yeah,
just was
yeah,
on.
yeah.
And then I saw this. I haven't seen one yet in person, but they have cups stuffed with Reese's Pieces.
Yes.
Yes, I've seen those. So they have a ton actually. They have the Reese's with the pretzels in there.
I love that. I love
Yeah.
that.
Oh, a
Yeah.
sweet and salty combo.
Yeah.
Yep. And they've got the the Reese's with the Reese's Pieces in it. It's like chopped up or whatever.
Yeah.
There was one I saw the other day that I was like, "What?" It was Reese's, and it was something wild in the middle. I can't remember. I can't remember what it was.
Like
Sour Patch Kid or
No,
sausage?
like I want to say like Reese's and like Pop Rocks. Like, it was weird. Let me look it up.
Gummy worms?
No, but that might be good.
I'd eat that.
That'd be hard to get it in there.
Yeah,
Gummy
it'd be tough.
maggot you could do
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
because that'd fit in the cup.
Kids would eat anything.
Um,
Well, let's be honest. I would eat anything, too.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And, as far as I'm concerned, Reese's Peanut Butter Cup is, one of the best candies. And it's the one I'm definitely hoping my kid doesn't want to eat out of his
Yeah.
bag, although he does like them, so we just buy them extra and put them in the candy dish.
You've had the Take 5, right?
Yeah.
That one's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reese's Sticks.
What is that,
Crunchy
like a
Peanuts.
Twix
I don't know.
rip-off?
I don't know.
No, it's just a Reese's stick with. It looks like a wafer cookie.
Oh. Like
Nah, I don't want crunchy. Get that out of here.
Yeah.
I need creamy.
Yeah, I cannot find it, but it's out there. It's different.
This always sticks with me because I was a very impressionable age when E.T. came out. Remember
Oh, no
E.T.?
doubt, dude.
Yeah. Reese's Pieces.
Reese's Pieces.
Right? Do you know they went to M&M's first? So
I mean, they
Spielberg
should
and the
have,
gang,
because that
right?
was the number one deal.
Exactly. And M&M said, "No thanks. We don't want this."
Dummies.
And they went to Reese's and they were like, "Hell yeah, we want this." Reese's Pieces wouldn't be a thing still if it wasn't for E.T.
You know what? At the grocery store, you can get the box for $1.
Yeah.
Like the movie theater,
Yep.
like the rip-off kind.
Yep.
That's the best way to get Reese's Pieces. So good.
Yep.
I
Could you believe
prefer
they
those
said
over
no?
M&M's.
M&M said
day.
no. They said no.
That's a dumb move. On this can, we're going to hit this real quick. There's some like zombies or something coming out of the ground. There's some ghosts floating around.
Very Halloween.
It is super. There's bats. The color scheme is really nice. It looks like kind of like a comic book, I guess.
Very
kind of.
comic booky.
Here's some of the tombstones. When we were at the Haunted Mansion the other week, I got to read those to the kids because they're not quite reading yet, but they were funny, right?
I love that ride, by the way.
It was a good time.
Yeah.
So here's what the green stones say. There's bad beer, empty kegs, unfilled glass, R.I.P. and expired beer.
Expired
Those
beer.
are all terrible things.
These are all
to
sad
have.
things to be on a
And it says, so screamy on the bottom.
And then it says grains.
Yep. Grains.
I found it. It was potato chips. They have Reese's Cups out right now with potato chips in it.
With like
a Ruffles?
Like Ruffles?
Like a, no, like just
Wavy
a,
Lay's?
like a Lay's potato chip.
Perfect. I'd eat
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I
Salty,
bet you
sweet.
that's probably pretty good.
Same as
So-
the pretzel.
Apparently that's in the Take 5. So it's
Oh.
peanut butter, chocolate. It's 5 ingredients: peanut butter, chocolate, pretzels, potato chips, and something else. Yeah, caramel,
Interesting.
maybe. I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah,
So what's your favorite Halloween candy? You have to...
Reese's all the
it
way.
really?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the Reese's Ghosts, the white chocolate shaped ones. Yeah, those are
How do you feel about the mini cups?
I like them.
Those are fine. I don't think it's not the same though. I think the ratio is off. Honestly,
Yeah.
I think there's something magic about the full size cup that just makes it. The minis are fine. I will not turn them down.
Are you a full bite or a whole thing? Pop it.
Half bite.
Half bite.
Half bite.
On the minis?
No, on the
full
full
one.
Oh,
one.
on the
full
full
one.
one.
Full.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The big cups take 3.
I was pretty good. I mean, not to tell tales out of school, but I was pretty good with the regular size cup, popping the whole thing in, and then putting a hole in it
Oh,
in the middle.
Whoa,
Yeah, that's what I'm
Oh.
talking about. Yeah,
that's a thing.
it was for me.
All right.
Didn't really do anything for me, but at least I could do it. It was, parlor trick. I guess.
On next week's episode, this is how Brian met his wife.
I wish. Met her at a pizza place. Imagine that.
There you
Imagine
go.
that.
Pizza. So that's what I got for us. That's the old history of the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. That's, as far as I know, that's the only real candy this place made. After that, it was just like, we're done with everything else.
Yeah.
Put all the money into the peanut butter cups. And why not?
When you have achieved perfection,
Yeah, don't mess
where
with
else
that.
do you go, right?
Yeah.
Where else do you go? Pieces, I guess, at that point.
It's like Taco Bell. Like they just find different ways to make the same ingredients taste amazing.
I did see the enchilada is back. I'm very excited about that.
Yeah.
I love that one. Yeah. Yep. Here's a hack. Have them put the volcano sauce, the hot cheese sauce on top of the enchilada. I mean, if you don't want to do anything the next day, obviously. So
Volcano sauce, enchilada.
enchilada. Wow. That is a great
Top
drunk-
it off with a Reese's cup.
Fantastic drunk food, by the
For
way.
the next day.
Yeah.
While you're in there.
Yeah. All right, TripAdvisor. I told you we're gonna get back to
Okay.
we're gonna get back to the concerts here. Okay,
Okay.
this one blew my mind. This blew my mind.
Can't wait.
Once again, like last week, this guy MX11 Junior. So there was an MX11 Senior, maybe.
In theory, there is.
I don't know. Gosh, good place for concerts, but they picked terrible bands to play.
Oh, boy.
What?
Yep, that's his that's his title for this
Okay.
one. Okay, you're gonna die. It just this hurt my heart. I wanted to check this place out for a couple years, but was waiting for a band that I would like to see. A few years back, Primus was scheduled, so I tried it, even though I am not a big fan of them. Okay, I should have just stopped reading after this.
Yeah.
How?
Why would you go
Just
to
a casual fan doesn't go to a Primus show, first of all.
No.
And how do you... Yeah, okay. I
And
like...
it wasn't like he wrote this back in 2012. Like, this is 2019. Okay,
Yeah.
so it
Wow.
wasn't that long ago. Primus.
They had Primus at Ommegang. That's so cool.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, how do you have a...
This brewery is legit.
Yeah.
Yes. So, oh gosh. Yeah, there's so many things about this that I'm like, okay, I don't even know, much like last week, I don't even know, like, do you really even like music?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
outdoor
He probably didn't like
venues?
swearing or something.
Where are you going, shitty boy?
Oh, Primus.
Beautiful outdoor venue. I can't even keep going. Beautiful outdoor venue set up well. Primus wasn't very good, nor were their opening acts. Okay. Anyway.
Oh. Does he list them?
No, he doesn't.
It's like
Unfortunately,
U2
Yeah.
and the Rolling Stones. Who ever heard of them?
Yeah,
Suck.
I don't even know. That was a shame. Since I would have enjoyed it more if they would have chosen more mainstream acts to play there. What?
If you want to see Ed Sheeran, then go down to New York City or Boston or wherever.
Okay, you're not going to get a mainstream act at a brewery.
No.
Like, you're going to
in
get...
upstate New York.
Yeah.
I don't.
No.
You get Wilco and the Avett Brothers.
Yeah.
And the National.
Oh God. Okay. I have been waiting 2 years for Ommegang to get someone I like since the commute is just a few minutes down the road. Sadly, this coming lineup sucks too, so I will continue to wait. Let's get some decent bands.
This guy doesn't know what he's talking about.
He has no idea what he's talking. Are you kidding? This is your one. You created.
It's the hill he's dying on.
What did he do? Drink too much Ommegang and be like, "Who the fuck is this? Primus? What?
Hillbillies?"
20. Jeez.
God, man. Some of these don't surprise me. This one right here, this one shocked me. I sat there in awe first. Joel had come in. I'm like, Joel, let me read this to you. He's like, yeah, that guy's an idiot.
Okay, what does Primus have to do with Ommegang though? Like, why is Ommegang getting a bad review for just having like
a concert that he went to and
That's
didn't
exactly
like?
right.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Didn't mention the food. Didn't mention the music.
Beer.
Didn't mention the beer.
Yeah.
Nothing. Only mentioned
they
the
just had
band.
the concert. And that's it.
Right. Like, you can go to a really cool venue and then like see a band that's not cool, but I'm not gonna blame it on the venue.
No.
Like,
why'd you book these guys? Well, everybody else was there.
There were
You weren't
the only one
thousands
there.
of other people there that
Right.
were stoked to see Primus.
Oh, that'd be a fun show.
Never,
I've never seen him. I'd love to.
No.
Bless his man. He's crazy.
So there you go. Sorry, MX11 Junior.
I don't even know what you.
I don't even know.
don't
MX11 Senior taught you wrong.
That's right. He let you down.
Absolutely.
I've always thought it'd be fun to make a reality show where you find out, you do research. You gotta have some computer smarts, maybe like an Aaron Daly guy, and you find out who these people are that make these comments.
Yeah.
And then you go to them and you like surprise them like Catch a Predator, and you're like, "Hey, Big Dong 69, you said the pizza sucked. Why?" Like that sort of thing. Show up at their house or their work. Wouldn't that be an awesome show?
I'm here with the dude that makes the pizza and the guy that brews the beer.
Right.
Let's talk about this.
Tell him to his face
Yeah.
that they had a limp dick crust or whatever you said it was at the last episode.
The name of the show is Keyboard Warriors.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
Wouldn't that be a great show?
Dude, stop.
I would watch that right now.
Dolan, stop recording right now because
This is a good idea. We got to go.
This is a great idea.
We got to go.
We don't need to let this out in the world until
It came
we start.
from, I was reading a lot of like local news, 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And there's always people in the comment section and they would talk big game.
Oh, of course.
And they had, they didn't use their name or their picture or anything on there. There's always like a flag or a flower picture or whatever. And I was just like, I want to know who these people are, where they work, what they do, what's their story. And then I want to go shit on them. And that's just how I feel.
I tell you, nothing makes me laugh more than it's the Let's Go Brandon starter kit, and it's all the dudes with like big old beards with their hat on backwards in their truck.
Yeah.
And it's just rows and rows of their profile pictures. Like that's it. Like that's the starter kit.
Yep.
That's it. Those are your guys right
Those
there.
are the ones. But that's what I always thought would be a great show. Like investigative reporting, you get some mystery in there. Who are these people?
Yeah.
Maybe you'd be surprised. I don't know.
Maybe.
14-year-old kid.
It
who
could
just
be.
created
It's like catfishing,
Yeah.
kind of like that.
an
Kind of.
account
I don't
just
know.
to, I don't know.
Yeah. If you're so smart, you come make a pizza.
And a beer.
Yeah.
See how good it is. We'll rate you 0.25,
Yeah.
dick. It just makes me mad.
That's why some of like the food critics that'll
Uh-huh.
get on, like like the cooking channels and stuff. Like
Yeah.
they're big, well-known food critics, and then you see them like go and critique some food or whatever, and they talk about the flavors and stuff, and they can cook kinda,
Yeah.
but they can never produce something.
Yeah.
At least they know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Right? Like you actually have to take what they're saying kind of serious. Mm-hmm. But these people, he has one account. He has one post. It's like,
That's
whatever.
it.
Get out of here.
To bitch about the band that was at the brewery.
That
Has
sold a bunch
nothing
of
to do-
tickets.
yeah,
Yes,
nothing
it's
to do with the
That just
brewery
makes me so
itself.
mad.
Yeah.
So that's my tie-in. That's what I thought would be a good show.
All right, well, okay, go ahead and start recording again. We'll next up from Atlas is Keyboard Warriors. All right, Untapped, 3,600 check-ins on this beer. That's it, 3,600.
Yeah, I've never seen it before. I'm guessing it's just this year.
Where
first
did you
time.
get this, by the way?
I got it in Lincoln,
Oh,
actually,
Okay.
at Moran's, which is a little bottle shop in Lincoln on 33rd and A, across from Valentino's. Open early, and then they stay open late. 24, like almost like 20 hours almost situation.
For all of your college drinking needs?
They have that. They also have a nice tasting tap room in the back. Oh. It's very small, but they rotate through a lot. They sell a lot of beer. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like one of the best spots in Lincoln to get new craft beer.
Okay.
And the guys that own it are like 35, 34, young. Wow. They're younger than me.
Yeah.
And they sell a lot of beer out of there. And that's just one of the spots in town to go.
Smart. All right, 3,600 check-ins. Where do you think we land on All Hallows treat?
I'm going to say, since I can't say 6.66, I'll go 366.
369 because 69.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, 393. Almost a 4.
It tastes good, man.
As these stouts go, as like peanut butter stouts go, this is a 4 for me. This is pretty darn good.
I really prefer the roasty, non-sweet ones, and this is what this is. And totally. I really like that.
There's just enough of the sweetness there on the back, though.
Like that little vanilla, I think, hit kind of gets at that, but it's not. Yeah, it's not overly sweet for sure.
No.
Now, if it was barrel aged, then we'd be, talking 10 something, and that might be too much. But
at 7.6, you could do a couple of these. You'd be all right.
Oh yeah,
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. All right. Well,
I wish I would have. I didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
Brought some Reese's cups with me
to eat with.
Yeah, or
try the different.
Could have dunked them.
The different.
Yeah.
Oh.
Can you dunk them in a? Do you dunk them ever?
Oh, you totally could.
I would have done it. You remember the Oreo episode?
Yeah,
I was doing it.
Yeah,
you were.
Yeah, you totally could.
Do you dunk yours ever?
I do. I have.
Oh, do you in the milk?
Your Reese's cups?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not proud. I don't.
Is there a Reese's Oreo?
No.
Why isn't there?
No, there should be.
There should be.
That's a second great idea.
All right.
We're just giving these out for free at this point.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Layups.
That's what we do.
All right. Well. Okay. So now we're past Oktoberfest.
Mm-hmm.
We're past Halloween. So pumpkin beers are they're getting
They're a
pushed.
memory. They're not distant, but
They're getting pushed to the side on the shelf or whatever
There's not many out there.
for stouts.
Oh, I like stout.
right?
Luckily, this is a stout too. But
We've got some stouts coming up. I've got one more lager that Gary brought to us from South Dakota.
Okay.
That I think we're going to do because it's still kind of hunting season, and this has a very hunting theme. Even though I'm not a hunter, but it kind of has a hunting.
Should get Matt Lawhorn on here.
We could get Matt Lawhorn on too.
Yeah,
So
he's
it's
a hunter. Yeah,
lager he brought back from South Dakota for us. But then we've got some stouts. We visit a brewery that we have talked about 100 times. I've never done one of their beers before. We also visit a brewery that does some pretty limited stouts that my friend Rambo hooked us up with. And I've been sitting on them for over a year now.
Ooh.
I feel like I know this Rambo guy now.
Here's what's awesome about Rambo. He did so well there. He retired, and he's younger than us. He's younger than Brian and I.
He retired?
He retired. He sold his bottle shop, and he retired.
What's he doing now?
Just hanging out in the mountains.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we're not going to hear Rambo stories?
Nope. He did so well.
What's it called now?
It's somebody else. It's still called Rambo's Longhorn Liquors, but they just kept the name because it's so well known in town.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, so they bought the name, they bought everything else, but yeah.
They didn't buy him.
He rode off into the sunset.
He's younger than us?
He is younger than us.
That's disgusting. I
know,
hate that
right?
story.
Yeah. But here's
Good for you, Rambo.
The fact that you both know him and you've never met him says a million
I was just
things
going to
about
ask for like
the
a
dude.
Rambo's t-shirt, but
Yeah.
never mind.
Yeah.
I don't want it now.
Yeah. So, yeah, Rambo ran out, just rode off into the sunset with his
Stumbled off with a case of beer.
satchels of cash
Yeah,
or whatever.
that works.
So,
Good for him.
Good for him. Yeah. Hopefully I run across him someday at a beer
You'll
garden
see him somewhere.
Yeah.
He's always going to be around.
Yeah, so that'll be our last little tribute to Rambo is those stouts from that brewery out there. But then a ton more stouts all the way up to Christmas, and then some Christmas beers.
Yes.
So until then, we're not going anywhere for a while.
Let's have another beer.
Grains.
Thank you for listening to A Beer with Atlas. Special thanks to our brand team for producing the show. Each episode of A Beer with Atlas is powered by Atlas MedStaff, an industry leader in travel healthcare staffing.